Grand rising, my grand risers. Grand rising, my grand risers. Hey, get outside. Get y'all some sun. It's actually nice today. It ain't even chilly. It might be chilly later on, so keep the crackers on standby. Keep the crackers on standby. If it's raining where y'all at, go outside, get y'all some rain. If it's snowing where y'all at, go outside and get y'all some snow. Just go outside and get your sun. If there's some ice on the ground, go outside and ice skate, do a figure eight, spin around. Just don't fall. Just don't fall. So let me get, oh, and don't be in the house waiting on the narcissistic call, y'all. I almost forgot. I almost forgot the intro. Don't be in the house waiting on the narcissist to call y'all. They supposed to be blocking y'all. I know they supposed to be blocked. Stop blocking them and unblocking them. Talking about, I want to see what they got to say for themselves. You know what they got to say for themselves. A whole bunch of damn lies. A whole bunch of lies, a whole bunch of projection. And if they apologize, it ain't going to be no real apology. It's going to be one of those, hey, you know, I'm sorry you took it that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry you having a bad day. Like, it's always one of those. It ain't never no flat out, just real apology. So now that I got the intro out the way, I could get into the message at hand. And the message at hand is about overcompensating. Because that's what chosen ones end up doing. When it come down to your family, when it come down to friends, when it come down to relationships, you gonna always end up overcompensating. And you overcompensate because people not doing the shadow work and people not healing. That's why the relationships be so uneven, because it's always you doing more than what you should be doing, because people are supposed to play a role. And when you play a role, you got to actually play it. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
So for chosen ones, star seed, light workers, you gonna end up overcompensating, man, because that's just what it is. When you have friendships, you'll overcompensate with your family. Like with me personally, I was always calling my family. I was always the one reaching out to them. It'd be months to go past. They wouldn't never call me. And I'll always be the one to say, hey, what's going on? You know, keep in contact and just keep the lines of communication open. And then it hit me one day, like, if I stop calling them, I wouldn't even talk to them. Like, why they not never reaching out to me? And that's the overcompensating. Overcompensating with the family, overcompensating with the friends, and doing more than you should be doing. Overcompensating in relationships and pulling the weight and pulling the slack for people who not doing what they supposed to be doing. They're not doing the stuff that they should be doing, not for you. They're not doing the stuff that they should be doing for themselves, man. They're not. So that's how these situations, that's how they become uneven, and that's how you end up overcompensating, because everybody got to pull their own weight, you know, for themselves emotionally. And unhealed people, just, they need a lot more than people that do the shadow work, and people that's actually healing, and people that go within, and people who be accountable. Unhealed people need validation. They need a lot of things, man. They need a lot of attention, and they need the love. They want you to give them the love that they're not giving to themselves. So when you deal with these people, you have to be keeping yourself right, and then you got to be showing them love, the love that they should be showing themselves. So you on like double time. You working double time when you shouldn't have to. That's not the whole point of dealing with people. That ain't the point of having family. That ain't the point of having friends. That's not the point of being in relationships, because when you be in relationships, your partners and stuff, they supposed to take the burden off you. They don't supposed to add on to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what end up happening. And chosen ones end up having to pick up the slack for what they partners not doing emotionally and not doing for themselves. And this has nothing to do with materialistic things. This has everything to do with healing and the shadow work that you need to do to elevate and to grow here on this spiritual training ground. So when you get in these situations, you have to pull the weight emotionally. You know what I'm saying? And that's why chosen ones and light workers, that's why they get depleted and they run out of energy, because you carrying the weight for yourself, and then you overcompensating for what the people around you is not doing, and that's the shadow work, and that's the healing. Because when you healing, you don't need that type of validation from. When you healing, you don't need that type of validation from the outside world. You don't need that type of attention. When you're doing the shadow work, like chosen ones and light workers, we good. We know how, we comfortable in our own skin. You know what I'm saying? It's when you get entangled with narcissists, that's when all the problems happen. But for the most part, we just is who we is. We free spirited. We stand in our truth, and we happy with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Is it things we got to work on within ourselves? Yes, but we love ourselves. We just got to make better decisions. You know what I'm saying? And crack down on the things that we need to work on within ourselves. But we know we good people, and we know ourselves. We know we good people, and we know ourselves. But when you're dealing with other people, man, and they not doing the shadow work, they don't know who they is, they not healing, they not doing those type of things. And when you get entangled with them, you gonna end up pulling the weight spiritually, emotionally. You gonna end up pulling that weight. You gonna end up overcompensating and doing more than what you should be doing. Because when you get a partner and you have friends, they supposed to take the weight off you. But in order to do that, they have to be doing their part. And they don't be doing their part, man. And this has nothing to do with materialistic things. This has everything to do with on the spiritual level. So y'all can elevate and so y'all can grow. Because 9 times out of 10, you doing everything that you can do to make the situations or the relationships or the friendships. You doing everything that you could do to make them elevate and to make them grow. And then you overcompensate because you're doing more than what you should be doing. So me personally, I reached a point in my life where I would no longer do more than what I'm supposed to do. I'm not putting out no more than what other people is willing to put out. You know what I'm saying? Because I done did so much, and I done been in relationships, and I done had to do so much to try to fix relationships, to try to save relationships. And then I have to sit back and I have to look like, why am I saving anything when I'm not even the one that's destroying them? I don't be the one that's destroying them, but I'm out there doing everything under the sun to try to save them and try to fix them. Oh, I'll pass on that. That season is over. It's over and done with. It's over and done with because I ultimately realized I'm not trying to save situations. I'm trying to save people from themselves. I done worked myself half to death. I done took on extra overtime, and I done did all of these things to save relationships, save marriages, save all of that stuff. And I had to sit back and look at why am I saving it? And the reason I was saving it is it had nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And this is all the relationships that I done been in. I've been trying to come in and save them. Well, I'm not saving anything no more. I'm not trying to save anything. I'm not no damn superhero. You know, people got to make better decisions. And I'm not overcompensating either. I'm not pouring all of my energy into people. How y'all doing? I'm not pouring my energy and my time into people that's not doing the shadow work and not healing and go need extra validation and extra love. And I'm not go try to give people the love that they not willing to try to give to themselves, because that's all that's happening. You taking your energy and you pouring into people that's not taking the time out to heal and do the shadow work and to pour into themselves. And unhealed people, they just need too much validation. They need too much attention. They need too much of everything. And when you got friends, when you got family, when you got spouses, when you in relationship, it's supposed to be easier because now you got 2 people or now you got a group of people, but everybody got to do their part. And the main part of that is healing and doing the shadow work and being 100% accountable. So the chosen ones just go into these situations and we working overtime. We working overtime in every situation because we be trying to fix We be trying to fix other people and fix their problems when they not trying to fix themselves. And then we also have to be doing the shadow work, and we got to be healing, and we got to be doing the things for ourselves. So that's my main focus now, is to be healing and doing what I got to do for myself. I don't got time and I don't got energy to be trying to pour into people that's not taking the time out to pour into themselves and find out ways to be loving themselves, because unhealed people, they just need way too much of everything, man. Like I said, they need way too much validation. They need way too much attention. They need too much of everything. And like the days of me being a person that give it to them days is over with, because my energy is going towards my purpose and the things I got to do out here on this spiritual training ground, and breaking these generational curses and bringing generational wealth to my bloodline. I'm not here to make other people happy, and that's the thing about it. People sit around and wait for other people to make them happy, but they not doing the things that they need to be doing to make themselves happy. Like, I'm not here to save nobody. I tried that, it didn't work, and I would never try that again. People will get the same energy from me that they pour out. The energy they give me is the same energy they get back, and that don't mean I'm going tit for tat with energy. That don't mean if somebody be rude and disrespectful, I'm gonna be rude and disrespectful back to them. That means what people bring to the table is the same thing I'm gonna bring to the table. I will no longer, and I will never again in my life, be all in with people that's not all in with me. And that's the best way that I could put it. That's the best way that I could say it. I will never again in my life be all in with nobody that's not all in with me. That includes relationships, family members, friends, because I'm not finna drive myself crazy, and I'm not finna drive myself crazy. I'm not finna work myself to death. I'm not finna overwork my mind. I'm not finna have mental gymnastics because of other people's decisions and what other people is doing. No, I'm not going into relationships. I'm not going into friendships or family trying to save anything. I'm not going into anything trying to save anything. I need people who already saved, is saved. They saved themselves. They already saved. I'm not rescuing people. I'm not doing none of that, man. I'm not doing none of that. I'm here to empower people to rescue their damn self. For real, because I done gave everything I had to family, to friends, and relationships. And then when I step back and I look at it all, I'm like, damn, it would have been nice if people was putting out the same energy that I was putting out. Because if they was putting out the same energy that I was putting out, I would have never had to overcompensate. Because it would have been equal reciprocity. I wouldn't have had to try to save nothing. And now I realize you can't save people from themselves. You can't save friendships. You can't save marriages. You can't save none of that, because you got to look at the reason why it need to be saved in the first place. And the reason why they need to be saved, it ain't got nothing to do with you, and it got everything to do with the people you associated with. And unfortunately, until they save themselves, that's just the situation. But my time, my energy goes to my purpose and the things I got to do to better myself, because I don't got time to be pouring into people's empty ass cups. That's not gonna work with me no more. When people show up to me, they cup they gotta already have something in their damn cup. Because when you pour into these people, if they not doing the shadow work and they not healing, they ass gonna need endless validation. They gonna need endless attention, and they gonna need a lot of endless things that I'm not willing to give. That's why I focus on my journey. I focus on my healing, and I'm trying to align myself with people that's on the same track as me, aligned, because that's what it is on this spiritual journey. You got to be aligned, man. If your spirit ain't aligned and people don't align with what you want and your journey and your mission, you just putting yourself in a stupid cycle that you shouldn't be putting yourself into. Because now everything got to align with me, man. I don't even want to rock. I don't even want to do it. The days of being abused, taken advantage, gaslit, projected, all them days is over with. It's done. And I don't know if these niggas out here that got the memo, they go get the memo, because it's done. Because at the end of the day, this is my energy and this is me. I dictate where my energy goes and how I give people my energy. And for the most part, I'm focused on my purpose. I'm not pouring into people that ain't focused on what I'm focused on. I'm focused on God. I'm focused on my purpose. I'm focused on healing. I'm focused on doing better every day. I'm not focused on materialistic things and what I could get out the world. I'm not focused on money. I'm not focused on clout. I'm not focused on fame. I'm not focused on none of that. I'm focused on getting this narcissistic abuse content out and working on the things that I need to work on within myself and surrounding myself with people that's doing the same damn thing. Because if you're not, you're wasting your time, man. I just spent 43 years trying to save jobs, trying to make it work, trying to save relationships, trying to save the family. I ain't saving shit no more. I took my damn cape off and hung that motherfucker up. Niggas gotta save they self. I ain't saving shit. Nothing. For real. I'm not pouring into people that's not healing. I'm not doing none of that shit because guess what? It's a waste of damn time. It's a waste of time. You sitting there pouring into these empty ass cups, and then the energy you pouring into people is just spilling all over the damn place because they ass is unhealed, need to be healing. So no, I'll pass my time gonna be focused on what I need to be doing for me and my purpose. If it ain't about that, I don't give a damn what nobody talking about. Family, friends, relationships, I could care less. Because one thing I'm not gonna do ever again, I'm not overcompensating for what people not willing to do for themselves. Let me repeat that. One thing I would never do again in my life, I'm not overcompensating for what people not willing to do for themselves. I'm giving niggas the same type of energy they give me. I'm not getting into relationships, trying to save relationships. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm not trying to do none of that. And like I said, it has nothing to do with materialistic things. It has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with healing and doing the shadow work and being accountable and being honest. That's what it got everything to do with, growing and elevating. I done wasted so much time and I done put myself through the back burner. I done took on overtime and all type of shit at these jobs. At the same time, I'm going through spiritual warfare. And I'm sitting there and I had to sit back and say, why the hell am I doing all of this? Why the hell am I doing all of this? I got friends, I got families, I got partners. Why the hell am I out here doing all of this shit? Why am I trying to fix situations that I didn't make or that I didn't cause? Why am I trying to fix broken shit that I didn't break? And then when I try to fix it, niggas just break it again. Like, I pass and I'm at the point, I don't give a fuck how anybody feel about it. Because people don't give a fuck about you. And that's what it comes down to, man. Like, a lot of people just lack empathy and do a lot of different things. And don't really care how it affects other people, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people make selfish decisions for their own personal gain and don't really care how it affects other people, and that's a real problem. Okay, it looked like it's about to rain, so I had to make a little quick U-turn. I was finna head to the little park over here. I had to bust a U-turn. It like it's finna rain. Yeah, so chosen ones, man, you always overcompensating because you ain't getting no damn help. You're not getting no damn help. And don't let people twist the message and make it seem like, oh, what do you mean help? I do this, I do that. Yeah, I didn't say materialistic, emotional, spiritual, like equal reciprocity. And the only way you're gonna ever get that is from people doing the shadow work and healing. That's the only way you're gonna do that. So when you deal with your family, you gonna always have to do more than what they doing. When you got friendships, you gonna have to always do more. When you in relationships, you good. When you in relationships, you gonna always have to do more because you overcompensate for what the other person's supposed to be doing. You do what you gotta do for yourself. It ain't your job to love people. It ain't your job to love people that's not trying to figure out a way to love themselves. That ain't your job. That ain't your job to make people feel good about themselves emotionally, make them feel happy about themselves. Hell no. Do the shadow work and get it out the mud. Shit, ain't nobody come along and do that for me. Shit, I have to do that myself. The happiness and joy that I display when I do my content and that I display on an everyday basis, this comes from a person that was doing the shadow work, that was healing, that was being honest. So people gonna have to do the same damn thing. Niggas out here trying to take shortcuts like, oh, let me get a little validation. Let me get some extra attention. No, you could get your ass in there and do some extra healing. You can get in there and do some extra healing, man. For real. And that's just what it is. You bring to the table what everybody else willing to bring to the table. If they not willing to do it for themselves, you don't be willing to do it for their ass. Fuck them. And that's just what it is, because you end up trying to pour into yourself, trying to overcompensate for people who not trying to pour into their own self. And then you end up being depleted. And then once you depleted, they're going to be sitting there calling you names and looking at you, trying to blame you for shit when they the damn reason you depleted, because they wasn't doing the shit that they were supposed to be doing in the first damn place. And then when you try to come to these people with the truth and tell them, hey, this is what it is, a lot of them can't even handle the truth. They go gaslight and they project. So it is what it is, man. And people can do whatever, and that's what I have to come to, a point of realization. People go do whatever the hell they want to do. Narcissists go do whatever the hell they want to do. And at the end of the day, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do. And unless somebody and people can just make me give them my energy and give them my time, it ain't happening, because I run this shit. I run this shit. On the spiritual level, I don't give a damn about this 3D bullshit, materialistic shit. I have this, I have that. I don't give a damn about that shit. Spiritually, I run this shit. I run this shit. My energy run this shit. God run everything. God run everything, and I work for God, so I run some things too. I run some things too. I run some things for real. Narcissists gonna be narcissists. Yo, dysfunctional, toxic ass family gonna be your dysfunctional, toxic ass family. Your jealous, envious ass friends gonna be your jealous, envious ass friends. And it is what it is. You can't dictate what people is. You could dictate what the hell you do. And don't let these niggas guilt you to make you want to pour into them, because they will do that. Try to guilt you. No, fuck that. No, you got shit you gotta do for yourself. A lot of niggas out of this motherfucker does not even go past this spiritual training ground. So I wish I would be wasting my time and energy on niggas that I know for a fact is gonna have to come back and do lifetimes of spiritual training again and again and again. If they ain't there, man, no. Hell nah. Like I said, people got free will to do whatever the hell they want to do, and I got free will to not overcompensate for anything. I overcompensated in the family. I overcompensated in relationships. I overcompensated at jobs, and I'm all burnt the hell out, and I'll never do it again in my life. Never. Never. Niggas lucky I give them a little bit of my time, a little bit of my energy, because when I was giving everything that I had, I wasn't getting shit. And there wasn't no problem then. And I understand, like, with these people, man, they don't got no consideration, because people don't never take how you feel into consideration. People just do whatever the hell they want to do, and then think you supposed to just ride with it and be cool with it and never look at it like, man, I wonder how he feel. I don't think nobody that ever been around me ever took the time out and asked themselves, man, I wonder how he feel. I wonder how he feels. That nigga done been through all type of shit in his past. He done had a fucked up ass childhood. That nigga been traumatized to the point of no fucking return. That nigga been narked up and down. And that nigga done had to overcompensate for everybody's fucking bullshit. I wonder how he feel about the whole situation. Nobody never sit down and ask me, hey man, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about it, man? People ain't gotta sit down and ask me how I feel about it, because I show niggas how I feel about it. It's a wrap. Family, friends, relationships, all of that shit. People is not getting more out of me than they willing to give me. And people that's not doing the shadow work and not healing, I'm not wasting my damn time, because I understand, I know unhealed people, no, you can't build with unhealed. You can't build with unhealed. Just being real, you can't build with unhealed. You can't build with unhealed. Just keep it real. You can't build with unhealed. Just being real. You can't build with unhealed. You can't build with unhealed. Just keep it real. Can't build with. I gotta get it. I'll turn it up. Can't build with unhealed. You can't build with unhealed. Can't build with unhealed. Say what? Say how? You can't build with unhealed. You can't build with unhealed. Just being real. 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 Hey, just being real. Hey, you can't build with no damn unhealed people. Because they need a never-ending supply of every damn thing that you ain't got time to be given. You is here on a mission and on a purpose with God.